Happy New Year, everyone. The race has begun and we're 3 days in. I hope all is well with you all and you are making great progress so far. This time of the year is so crucial because how we start is crucial. That's why in many of our churches and many of our churches start the year with a time of fasting and prayer. A time of fasting and prayer. And I have to mention this also, that fasting is not just going without food. Fasting is, yes, it involves putting aside food, but it also involves a time of absolute concentration, looking unto God for his plan and purpose for your life this year. During a time of reflection, I was really thinking, the year has started and everybody in this entire world that is alive today has the same amount of time. We have the same amount of 24 hours in a day. Nobody has more than anyone else. But there will be a significant difference. The same people who start this year, come December, there's going to be a bit of a shift. It's true that some people will change level, yes. And it's my desire that we all change level, but that's not always the case. Some people will change level. Some people may change level a little bit. Some people may change level more than others. And some people may actually, go down. But that's not my desire for anybody. But the difference between us is what we do with our time. One thing with fasting is that fasting, as I learned today, fasting makes you faster. Fasting fast forwards your breakthrough. There are many things in life that we may be going through challenges with. But when we commit to a period of fasting and prayer with focused goals, looking unto God for a change in that area, I assure you that change will come speedily. The Bible talks about there's certain issues in life that won't go except by prayer and fasting. And whenever we come up with this topic of fasting, many times people may say, okay, I don't really believe it. I can just pray by myself. I don't need to fast. Why do I need to fast? I can just pray. God will answer me. I don't need to fast. And so I would like to mention this at this point, that fasting is not something to really be explained. It's to be experienced. And I would like to share a bit of my personal experience. Through fasting, I was able to write this book. And that's the truth of the matter. I even have a chapter in this book on fasting. I have a chapter in this book on fasting. And this is something I mentioned in that book. I mentioned in the book. It said, fasting is not just going without food. You should have specific goals. Fasting without prayer is like putting money in pockets with holes. Fasting helps us to focus. It is done individually. We do it for ourselves. Completion is a sign of maturity. It's not about how long, but how well. Don't worry about the time. Prepare your own schedule. Don't worry about mine. Some people put aside food. They do it with a smile. But fasting is not only about food. Put that thing you love aside for a while. I assure you that committing this start of the year to a time of fasting and praying, you're really starting the year, getting a head start on the year. I assure you. And fasting is not just about putting aside food. It's about putting aside some of those, those pleasures, those things that can distract. To look unto God. God, what is your plan for me this year? What is your agenda for my life this year? What can I do differently this year to become a different person? Because if we do the same thing, we'll ultimately get the same result. That is why many churches worldwide have a period of fasting. Some 21 days, some 7 days, some longer. But the key is fasting. It's not about how long, but how well. It's not about the duration, but the concentration. Many people, they're fasting, but their mind is not there. It's just going without food. And that's what many people say that's called dieting, actually. What they've done is dieting. God will help us. This year is big. This year is going to be our biggest year yet. It's going to be the best year since we've been born. And that's the desire. And that's our prayer. And that's our desire. And I truly wish it also for all of you all, that this year will be the best year since you've been born. Let us commit this year, this month, to fasting. A period of time designated just to look unto God. What is your plan for my life? Show me the way. What is your blueprint for my success this year? And God will show you. And when you catch it, you've catch it. Nobody will take it from you. And that will be the key. That will be the key to your testimony. Your story, your fasting story will be the key to your glory. So commit yourself. Do it in secret and God will glorify you openly. Nobody needs to know. Only you need to know and your God needs to know. I look forward to seeing you at the top. Man, this year is going to be our year. See you at the top. God bless you.